2.4 Kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae includes all eukaryotic chlorophyll containing organisms commonly called plants. A few members are partially heterotrophic, such as the insectivorous plant or parasites. Bladderwort and Venus flytrap are examples of insectivorous plant, and Cuscata is a parasite. The plant cell have an eukaryotic structure with prominent chloroplast and cell wall mainly made of cellulose. You will study the eukaryotic cell structure in detail in chapter 8. Plantae includes algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Life cycle of plant has two distinct phases, the diploid sporophytic and haploid gametophytic. They alternate with each other. The lengths of the haploid and diploid phases and whether these phases are free living or depend on other vary among different groups in plants. This phenomenon is called alternation of generation. You will study further details of this kingdom in chapter 3. 2.5 Kingdom Animalia. This kingdom is characterized by heterotrophic eukaryotic organisms that are multicellular and their cell-like cell walls. They directly or indirectly depend on plants for food. They digest their food in an internal cavity and store food reserve as glycogen or fat. Their mode of nutrition is holozoic by ingestion of food. They follow a definite growth pattern and grow into adults that have a definite shape and size. Higher forms shows elaborate sensory and neuromotor mechanism. Most of them are capable of locomotion. The sexual reproduction is by copulation of male and female followed by embryological development. Silent features of various phyla are described in chapter 4. 2.6 Viruses, viroids, prions and lichens. In the five kingdom classification of Whitaker, there is no mention of lichens and some acellular organisms like viruses, viroids, and prions. These are briefly introduced here. All of us who have suffered the ill effect of common cold or flu know what effect viruses can have on us, even if we do not associate it with our condition. Viruses did not find a place in classification since they are not considered truly living if we understand living as those organisms that have a cell structure. The viruses are non-cellular organisms that are characterized by having an inert crystalline structure outside the living cell. Once they infect a cell, they take over the machinery of the host cell to replicate themselves, killing the host. Would you call viruses living or non-living? Virus means venom or poisonous fluid. Dmitry Ivanovsky, 1892, recognized certain microbes as causal organism of the mosaic disease of tobacco, figure 2.6a. These were found to be smaller than bacteria because they pass through bacteria-proof filters. M.W. Bizerenk 1898 demonstrated that the extract of the infected plants of tobacco could cause infection in healthy plant and named the new pathogen viruses and called the fluid as Contagium vivium fluidium infectious living fluid. W.M. Stanley 1935 showed that viruses could be crystallized and crystal consist largely of protein. They are inert outside their specific host cell. Viruses are obligate parasites. In addition to protein, viruses also contain genetic material that could be either RNA or DNA. No virus contains both RNA and DNA. A virus is a nucleoprotein and the genetic material is infectious. In general, viruses that infect plants have single stranded RNA and viruses that infect animals have either single or double stranded RNA or double stranded DNA. Bacterial viruses or bacteriophage viruses that infect the bacteria are usually double-stranded DNA viruses, figure 2.6b. The protein coat called capsid made of small subunit called capsomers protect the nucleic acid. These capsomers are arranged in helical or polyhedral geometric forms. Viruses cause disease like mumps, smallpox, herpes, and influenza. AIDS in humans is also caused by virus. In plant, the symptoms can be mosaic formation, leaf rolling and curling, yellowing and vein clearing, dwarfing, and stunted growth. Viroids. In 1971, TODNR discovered a new infectious agent that was smaller than viruses and caused potato spindle tuber disease. It was found to be a free RNA. It lacked the protein code that is found in viruses, hence the name viroid. The RNA of the viroid was of low molecular weight. Prions. In modern medicine, certain infectious neurological diseases were found to be transmitted by an agent consisting of abnormally folded protein. The agent was similar in size to viruses. These agents were called prions. The most notable diseases caused by prions are bovine spongiform encephalopathy BSE, commonly called mad cow disease in cattle, and it is analogous variant CR Jacob disease CJD in humans. Lichens are symbiotic association, that is mutually useful association between algae and fungi. The algal component is known as phycobiont and fungal component as mycobiont, which are autotrophic and heterotrophic respectively. Algae prepare food for fungi and fungi provide shelter and absorb mineral nutrient and water for its partner. So close is their association that if one saw a lichen in nature, one would never imagine that they had two different organisms within them. Lichens are very good pollution indicator. They do not grow in polluted areas.